Hey everyone, I hope that you are well. Here's what I've been thinking about today. I've been thinking about warnings today. Warnings. And life is full of warnings, and warnings are a very good thing because warnings help us to make better decisions. Now, the thing about warnings can come like this. They can come in big signs with big letters and yellow, and they could just be like right in your face, like don't do this, don't do this. But there's also another kind of warning that's like this, like it's very subtle. Hello, Princess Riki. I hope I pronounced that right. But hello, hope you're doing well. But warnings, they can be very subtle. And with those kinds of subtle warnings, you have to be kind of like cell phone reception. You have to be in tune in order to take advantage of those very subtle warnings. And the thing about those subtle warnings, very small, the thing about those is with subtle warnings, you have subtle consequences, meaning that those consequences that come with those subtle warnings, you can get away with ignoring a subtle warning. You can get away with it and you don't get severe immediate consequences. But when you ignore those subtle warnings, the consequences they grow as time goes by. So here's an example. I've seen this within the past year, and it just blows my mind because when I was younger, and my father would help me out with my math homework, he would make me cry because he would make me do it all over again if my paper had eraser marks. And so it's my dad's fault why I am not a fan of math. I don't like math. It's very intimidating, all because of my father. But today, they've got this app. It's called Photomath. I don't know who's heard of it out there. It's called Photomath, but it just totally blew my mind that you can, with this app, you can take a picture of a math problem and the app just spits out the answer. And when I saw that, that just blew my mind because I was thinking about all the trauma that my father put me through because of math. And definitely, had Photomath been around when I was coming up, I definitely would have used it. I would have taken a shortcut. But here's what I've seen when we talk about those warnings. I've seen students use this Photomath and they get away with it, right? They use Photomath, they get away with it, they turn in the assignment. Oh, hey, they're feeling good. But when we talk about those subtle consequences, they carry subtle warnings, they carry subtle consequences until eventually those consequences are severe. So here's what happens. Student gets away with turning in work that they didn't really understand. They took a shortcut. Time goes on. Here comes the test. Now what are you going to do? And that's what I mean when I say subtle warnings carry subtle consequences until those consequences become very, very severe. And here's what I want you to take away from this. When we talk about warnings, those subtle warnings, you need to pay attention to those subtle warnings. Those subtle warnings are going to help you make better decisions and stay away from potential mistakes in your future. And so how do you do this? How do you do this? Well, it starts with, you guessed it, your vision of success. Your vision of success. You see, those people who are chasing after a vision, who've written it down, you have a guiding light that shines the way towards where you're supposed to go. And see, your vision of success, what it does for you is it tells you what you can do and it tells you what you can't do. Because you see, when we talk about those subtle warnings, a lot of times those subtle warnings, they're just a feeling. It's just like, ooh, this doesn't feel right. But also with those subtle warnings, the subtle warnings are also common sense, which is why, when we look at the news or you look at social media and you see people who do things that it just really doesn't make sense. And the reason people get caught up in doing those things is because they don't have that guiding light, that vision of success that directs them towards the path that they're supposed to be traveling. So with you, I want you to be purposeful each and every day about the things that you do. Chase that vision of success. Write it down, write out your goals, and really be persistent about pursuing excellence each and every day. And when you're doing that, when you're purposeful, then you're going to be in tune to those subtle warnings. You're going to be aware of those things that, ooh, maybe I shouldn't do that because I'm chasing my vision of success. My vision of success says I need to be doing this. Well, that's what I was thinking about today, and I hope you had a wonderful day. And until we meet again, keep chasing that vision, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you.